So, as you guys know, I am a single mom. I broke up with the father of my child around maybe like a month ago. I really wanted to talk about how life has been as a single mom, essentially, this first month. And it's been a lot of like changes. I remember the first two nights. The first night for sure, my sister came over, Aaliyah. She helped me. I know she helped me bathe them for sure. And we would usually like bathe him, like my ex and I. Sometimes I would do it alone, but not really him ever. Even though I had asked her, he just didn't really feel confident to do it, which, I understand completely. But, I bathe them. So I was used to that too sometimes. And she helped me here and there. And then the next night, my mom helped me because he gets his daily bath. Like, he has a routine already, like all set. So, as you know, his father left. He's no longer with us. In a different state. So it's like I feel he already feels like a parent left him. And whenever I leave now, he just cries. Like he's like, Ma, like he wants me, and it's just hard. Like, I'm literally going out to go shop for groceries or something, and it's like it's hard. I don't, I don't want to leave my son, but I need to work. So it's just this a little dilemma that I have, but I'm doing it. Is just, it sucks because, that whole time I had someone, or I thought like, he was working for us or like being there for us, and it's like, it's gone. And it wasn't like it was even there all the time, so, but, so they helped me those first two nights, those first 2 days, I was feeling it, I'm going through it. I don't cry as much, but obviously there's still moments like today I saw like the father of my child. He has his things in the storage we have. As soon as he got off the car, I cried. Like, it sucks, like this whole situation that I'm in. Obviously, it's like you see like shows like Shameless and you're like, oh, like that sucks, or like things that happen to like characters in movies or shows, and you're just like, damn, like, they have it bad. But it's like, when something actually happens to you, and it's like, I'm obviously sharing this to you guys. You guys know, like, I share literally everything because I love it, because I like to, like, show everything. This is my life. This is how it helps me express myself. I also hate bothering people with my problems, like my friends, family, but like, you get me. It's like, I talk to my sister like all the time about stuff, but this is just like a complete outlet. I feel like that I'm just like, okay, here we go. If I get views, if we get like monetized or something, like, this is great because I can make money off of this for my son, but you get me. I cry sometimes. Like, I remember I think it was like 2-3 nights ago, my son like was having a little trouble sleeping, so I brought him into like my bed, like our king size bed. And then he just knocked out instantly. And then I was just looking at him, and I was like, it's so sad because, his father used to lay there, and I'm just like, it sucks because his father's not here, like, I miss him, I have feelings, obviously, for him still. It just sucks that everything, went the way it did. And I was just like, but you know what? I was about to start crying. I was like, you know what? He has something that you don't. Like, you have Camilo. Like, this is your son. Like, he is worth everything and worth fighting, like, living, So I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm content. Like, I have my son at least. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, thank you to my partner, my ex, for giving me literally the greatest gift like life could ever give me, like my son, a son, So then I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm happy. I'm content, even though I'm hurt, but I'm good, And it's just like, I'm struggling with all of this, like, even though I'm still in like 9 months postpartum, right? Like, I went through like this huge life-changing thing, and then, the pregnancy, that like my son giving birth, like, like pumping, breastfeeding, like every single thing. And then even through that, getting over heartbreak, getting over like being like, like unfaithful, like all this like infidelity going on, and all of these things, right? So I'm also like, how have I not like exploded? You get me? But also it's like, oh, I can't. Like, I can, but I can't. But this is why I talk about it, right? Like, I have a son to focus on. I have my pets to focus on. I need to focus on myself, right? Like, there's no way I could just kind of like let everything go. Like, you know, good for him that he could do that. He could go to different states, focus on what, smoke, I don't even know, do whatever he's doing, right? I don't have that luxury to do that, right? Like I can, like I don't, and also I don't want to, like I don't want to just give up on my son, right? Like I don't want to, I'm just like, oh, you know what, not today. I can't do anything. Like I can't take care of him, or I can't, like, you know, walk the dogs. I can't even take care of myself, you know, like, but I have to. It's like there's moments where I'm just like, how can I do this? But thank God I have my family, like my support system, like even like friends that I talk to and everything. But it sucks because I don't really, like, you know, like, as much as like I feel like giving up, like, you know, I don't want to, but it's just there, you know, that like feeling of like, oh my goodness, like my life is just in shambles, but I need to always pick myself up, like do something, get something done, because at the end of the day, I have a human being to raise and like make them better than myself, you get me? So it's like this whole entire time, you know, I'm like, my mother's helping me cook for him. I'm, you know, still making him his like fresh food, like, you know, buying fruits, vegetables, like introducing him to different meats, different textures. He literally, like, you know, I'm helping him with his milestones. Like he recently had his he really recently had his 9-month appointment, pediatrician appointment, and he's really well. Like he's I'm so happy and proud of myself, obviously, because it's because of me, you know. Obviously my family helps and everything, but I'm the one that's like, okay, like, let's get you crawling, let's get you, like, you know, pulling up. I'm here with you, baby. Like, you know, I'm right there, like, you know, I'm not gonna hold you, but I'm right here, you know, like floating in case you fall. But also it's good if you fall, because that's how you learn to get back up, you know. Like it's like I'm trying to instill all of these really great values, like, to him, and morals. Like, I know he's a little baby, but it's like, it's gonna go a long way, right? It affects them like psychologically, like their, like, you know, like their networks and nerves, like how they think and everything. Like it's going to help him in the long run. So it's like, you know, he's crawling, like I'm happy like where he's at, and it's like he wouldn't be here if it literally weren't for me. Like I was the one, the you know, I'm the one that's pushing him through like these next months, like the 9 to like 12 months, like, and then his years, like when he's gonna go back to the pediatrician again. I'm just like so ecstatic about it. But it's like, you know, you think about it and like you're like, okay, like, you know, I'm, you know, he has all, like, you know, I did this, you know, like I made sure that, you know, everything's organized, everything's clean, like I'm washing his clothes, I'm doing everything, I'm making sure he's good on formula, diapers, like, you know, yes, my parents help me, I'm the one filling the paperwork, I'm the one who, you know, this whole time I wanted to get his birth certificate, right? I was like, every day I was like, please, like, let's go, like, you know, like asking to my ex, his father. It never happened. I was like, you know what? Like, I asked my sister, I was like, can we please, like, you please, like, help me, like, take me. Like, I have my license, but I'm working on saving up getting a car, right? So it's like, you know, I can't just, you know, go, right? And it's a little bit complicated taking the train and like everything with my son, you know, like my parents, you know, and it's just like hard, right? Like to manage everyone's different schedules. But she, you know, she did like the, you know, me, that was a huge, biggest favor ever. And I went to go get it, you know, making the time to actually go, and like, it's a big deal. It's a big thing, right? Like it's a birth certificate of my son. And I'm just like, I was like, I can't believe it took me this long, or took, like, you know, we literally could have done it like a month after he was born or something. But it's like, I needed, like, you know, that help from him, but also it's like, I don't need that help from him. I could do this. Like, you know, my family's here for me, but it's like, if, you know, you really put your mind to things, you could get things done, and like, you don't need to like rely on, like, you know, someone else, right? And it's just, it sucks, because also when I shared the fact that I got his birth certificate, it was like a no comment thing from the father, and I was like, wow, like, oh my goodness, like, I guess I'm the only one that's really happy about this. But yeah, so it's just been like here and there, my sister's helping me, obviously my mom's, yeah, like I live with my parents, like she's been helping me, my father's been helping me, like Camilo was very loved, very happy, very comfortable, you know, very like what's that word, he's very well taken care of. Like he's nothing, nunca le va a faltar algo, like nothing is, he's never going to like be like, oh, I need this, or I need this, like, you know, it's like, no, you have everything, son, like, you know, we got you, you know, like you're never going to like have like a need for something, like you will get everything you would like not want, everything you need, like, you get me, like food, and like diapers, like formula, everything, like you're all set. obviously toys and clothes or whatever, like, you know, literally we're gonna get you that, like, no matter what, like, you're gonna be set for life with us. And it's just, it's so crazy because this whole time, you know, sometimes I have like nights where I'm like, this is insane, how am I doing this? Like, and I would always even think, like, during the relationship, while we were like still a family, I would be like, damn, I wonder how like single mothers do it, you know, because I'm just like, it's hard already just raising your own baby, like, put, like, you know, going through all of this pregnancy, you know, like, even with a partner, like, and it's just to do it all by yourself, you know. Some people are just pregnant, like, you know, some have their family, some don't. And I'm just like, wow, like, this is just insane. I feel like, you know, like, people talk about it, but I feel like it's not, like, it should be studied almost, you know, like, because this is like it's like a huge deal, right? Like the pregnancy, what a woman go through is like what a human being go through is like what your baby goes through, like, and it's like all pregnancies are different, and it's just insane. And then you have like some people have a partners that they're like physically here but not really here, you know, with you. And it's like that's how it was for me. And it just sucks with all, like, you know, the infidelity and everything. It's just insane. Like, I'm just like, wow. I have moments where I'm just like, you know, I would cry and I'd be like, this is insane, but you know what, you're doing this, like, you could do it, I could do this, you know, like, it's in me to be like the best mother I can be, because it's kind of the only like path, you get me? Like, it's like, be a shitty mom. Like, hell no. Like, no, it's like, be the best mom I could be. It's like the one I could go be, like, a really lazy mom, like, not getting anything done, just keep on giving him to your mom. I'm like, hell no, you know, this is my son, I want to be the best I could be for him, like, you know, and do the best I can to make him a good human being in this society, right? There were nights where, you know, I'm washing the water bottles, I start crying, you know, like, within this last month, or this first month of being a single mom. And I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, I'm doing everything. Sometimes, you know, I think even like the first few like weeks or nights that he was like on, I would be like, okay, you know what? This whole time I'm just thinking, because he would do this, right? When we were together, he'd go out to smoke. I'd give him that luxury. I'd give him that time for himself. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Go, like, you know, like, just go do your thing. So whenever, like, I'm doing anything, like, I'm bathing him, I'm feeding the dogs, I'm like, you know, getting him, doing his diet, getting, you know, changing his diaper, making his milk, washing the bottles, I'm like, you know what, he's just outside smoking, like, just so I could, like, feel better, I guess, about my whole situation, and just kind of pretend that he's still here. And it sucks so much because he's not, you know. I want to, like, still talk to him. I want to, like, you know, be like, hey, are you okay? How are you? Or be like, hey, this is what our son's doing. But also it's like, or share things about my son, I would do, or our son, and I would do that. But then it's like, why am I still the one, you know, putting everything out there? Like, he's not one to call himself or ask or anything. So it's hard in that aspect of being like alone, you know. But that's how I would get by the first few nights, and like first few weeks actually. I still kind of think about it, like, when I'm washing the bottles, I'm like, okay, like, he's smoking, but also it's like, no, like, you're alone, but it's okay, you know, and that's okay, like, we'll get through this together, like, me to myself, but also me and Camilo. But yeah, it's just, it sucks, you know, this isn't the life I envisioned for myself, but it's like, you know, my life, like, you know, like, everything that I did want, like, it's coming true, like, you know, like, I wanted, like, a supportive system that's my family. It sucks that it wasn't his own father, or like, he's not even here. Like, it sucks. It's like sometimes we have moments where he's just crying, and I'm just trying to, like, you know, like, okay, what is it? Like, is it your teeth? Because he's teething. He has like 8 teeth at 9 months. Insane. And, like, you know, he's doing all these things, like, he's crawling, he's clapping, like, he's, oh my goodness, he's progressing so much, all these things that he's eating. But, like, I'm just like, it sucks because I feel like I don't really have anyone to share this with, you know, like, and also when I did, it was like he wasn't even there. Like, he didn't even realize when he was sitting up at first, so it's like, how could I even talk to him in that way, right? Like, it's just, I feel like it's, you know, it's not fair. I mean, life isn't fair, but it just sucks when I'm rocking him, you know, I'm trying to calm him down, and then he's good, I calm him down. Sometimes I'm like, I think the first night that, like, you know, I called him and I was like, hey, like, your son misses you, like, you know, like, also, like, though I need help, like, rocking him, like, he's not going to sleep. At first, that first week, or first 3-4 days, I know he did miss him. But it's insane because literally after, throughout that whole like 3 weeks, 4 weeks after, I feel like he's just slowly losing him, like his memory of him. Like whenever he sees him now, like the last time he saw him was at the 9-month appointment. Like he did come like for that, but that was it. Literally just less than 2 hours. And the way he reacted to him was like, damn, like he doesn't even remember him. It took him a little while to be like, okay, I remember who this is, but it's not the same, you know. Like, and it's sad. Like, it sucks because, you know, all I'm thinking in the back of my head is, I wish we were still together. I wish we were family. But it can't. It's not possible with the way you are as a human being, right? So it's like all I could do is just, you know, hope for the best. I mean, I'm a single mom. Like, I'm, you know, it sucks so much because my heart is still very much attached to this person. I don't want to say that I'm single. I don't want to say that, like, you know, he's my ex or anything, but it's the truth, you know. Like, all I can do is just literally focus on raising my son and being here for my son and just focusing on me. But it's been hard, you know. Like, I have moments where I'm just like, I'm holding him, rocking him, he falls asleep, and I'm like, you know, it's such a lovely feeling. And I'm like, he's not here to experience this. He's not here to help me rock him or like to share just like a nice bonding moment with our son. Like, you know, like, look what I got him. Like, you know, look how his crib is set. Like, look at this. It's like only I could kind of, obviously I'm sharing this with my family too, but it's like, he's like his dad, you know. It's like, you were there, like you witnessed me, you saw me give birth to him. You saw how it was very hard for me during the pregnancy, and then we have him here. Like, I'm so grateful that he's here. So many things happened throughout the pregnancy, like health-wise, you know, health issues, health concerns. Then after he was born premature, you know, and then he had to go to the NICU, and then afterwards, like a couple days, he had jaundice. You know, it was just this whole thing, and then it really, like, not like traumatized me, but it affected me in a huge way, you know. So it's like, it just sucks. And then it just sucks. I've been through so much shit. I have moments like this where it's like, he's sleeping, this is the time I have to film, right? Because, you know, I don't want to see my son. I don't want my son to see me cry. I want him to see me strong. And it's like, you know, obviously he's gonna know, you know, in the future, emotions and everything. But this is like, I'm crying because I miss your dad. I'm crying because I didn't want to be like, in this position, right? So it just sucks, you know. Like, I want him to see me strong and everything, but I'm obviously gonna have moments like this, you know, where it's like, I kind of feel like a complete piece of shit, you know. Like, I feel like I destroyed my family because I couldn't, you know, handle the fact that my ex was constantly cheating on me, constantly talking bad things about us, constantly not really being there as a partner, as a dad. You know, I was sick of it, and I thought maybe that something would have changed, but it's like, no, this is it. I'm insanely entirely grateful to my family. My both of my sisters have been here for him. Like, they really, like, they love him, but he loves him so much. Camilo loves him, you know. My mother, my father, like, I remember my father, he was crying one day. He was like, Mija, like, I'm here for you, you know, like, for whatever you need. Like, I'm going to forever, like, be here for you. Like, be like, you know, my shoulder's gonna be like here for you to always rest on, you know. Like, I'm here for you, I'm gonna be your support. I was like, thank you, Dad. Like, it sucks. It just sucks how, like, so much has changed, but I'm doing it, you know. And it's like, I think that deserves a little something, you know. Like, I think he's gonna be okay, you know. Like, I'm going to raise a good son. I'm going to make sure of it, and I think that's, you know, the best thing I could do. I just, you know, wanted to get a few things off my chest because it's really hard being a single mom, and like, I really see you if you are one. Like, it sucks. It sucks to go through everything, and through just, you know, literally through everything, have all these moments that it's like they're entirely yours, but it's like, you know, only you know what's, you know, really going on. So it's like, I see you, you know, because I see myself how this is. It's hard and the struggle is real, but, you know, we'll get through it. Like, you know, our children are gonna be like, they're what's worth it, and they are what matters most. You know, it's hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's also very peaceful at the same time, because I'm not constantly worrying about all of these things that I was very anxious and stressed about while I was with my ex. And it's like, feels freeing, you know, to be like, okay, I'm the one that gets to decide everything, you know. Now, like, I get, you know, to do this with my son. We're gonna go here at the park. Like, we actually go to the park now, you know. Like, so many times I begged like, let's please, like, do these things, let's go here, let's do this, and it's like never happened. And now, because I'm the one, like, in control and having the reins now, I'm like, okay, like, you know, I want to, you know, introduce my son to this, like, let's, you know, do nature walks, let's go to the park, you know, let's go to the beach, let's do all these different activities and things, you know. And it's like, I feel like Camilo's gonna blossom into a very wonderful person. Hey guys, my son's napping right now, so that's why it's a little dark. I'm like using whatever light I have. But I want to say, like, you know, I'm going to, like, also be kind of updating, like, small bits if I can, you know, like, just moments, like now it's like, you know, being a single mom is hard and it's rough, but it's also, like, very rewarding. And, like, you know, I love being a mom, yeah, but, you know, it's just like, I was changing Camilo earlier, like, he pooped earlier, way before we thought he pooped, but he didn't poop, he just peed, and then right now he pooped. And he's been moving, like, so much, you know, so sometimes it's frustrating. Obviously he's a baby, so it's like, you know, they have, you know, they know no better, so you kind of have to distract them, so they're like, you know, they stay still. But sometimes I just kind of, like, you know, like, taught myself how to, like, change his diaper, like, while he's, like, upside down, or like something, you know, upside down, but, like, reversed. And, you know, he pooped, I thought I had it, and then he just made, like, a huge jerking movement, and the poop went on his thigh, and then it got on my bed, and I was just, oh my goodness, I was so frustrated and annoyed. And I, you know, it's like literally, like, I was like, and plus, you know, his wake windows are getting longer, so I'm just, but it was like, I don't know where they're just getting longer, right? Like, it was like, okay, 2 to 3 hours, now it's like 4 to like 5 hours. I'm like, what? Oh. But then I was like, please, please, please. I was like, come on. I was like, okay, come on. Like, I need to clean this poop off you, bro. So then I took it off. I had to, like, you know, hold him a little bit, like actually hold him instead of leaving him on the bed, you know. And I was like, okay, I gotta, you know, come here. I wiped the poop, I cleaned the bed, you know. I finished, you know, doing him, like, I wiped him, I put on the diaper, and I was like, you have to let me put it on you, Camilo. And then he let me. He was like, but I was like, please, like, it's like very hard, you know, to, like, not let your feelings, like, you know, obviously I can control my feelings, you know, or, like, try to, at least, you get me, like, as much as I can, you know, to not affect him. He can't, he's a baby, he knows no better, you know. So it's like, I'm like, okay, we did it, like, I know, like, you know, you're gonna go to sleep, like, you just need maybe another, like, a couple of ounces, you know. But it's insane. And then I wiped down, I was just like, oh my god, he shat on the bed. Like, he didn't poop on the bed, but he left his poop on the bed. But it's just, you know, there's gonna be, like, a lot of frustrating moments, and, like, you know, moments that you're just annoyed, and moments you're just like, what the heck, like, you know. But it's just, you know, if you make light of the situation, if, you know, it's like, you know, it's good, it's funny, you know. Like, he literally, like, pooped on the bed, basically, or, like, he like shat on on himself. I'm just like, my little baby boy, you know, like, he's so silly and so crazy. Like, you know, like, I'm trying to, like, rock him, and I'm, like, holding him, like, you're so heavy, like, please, I'm gonna just set you down, you know, because my back aches, or I'm tired too. But then once he's actually, like, asleep in my arms, I just want to hold him, like, for, like, even longer, because I'm like, okay, like, you're finally asleep, like I could relax, like, in that sense of, like, okay, like, you know, you're asleep, you know, like, it's like, okay, like, you're good, you know. But I want to hold you still. It's like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, it's like a feeling of, like nurturing someone. I don't know, but it's really cool. Like, I really like being, like, a mother, but, like, you know, obviously you know, it's different being a single mother, because you don't really get to share these moments with someone. Like, obviously I could, like, only talk to someone or, like, tell them, but if it's like, if you're not there as, like, a couple, like, parents, as a family, it's like, it's hard to, like, you know, get that feeling or like understand, like watching him sleep, like, you know, it's like such a tender moment. But it's like only like me, you know, like I wish I could share it. It's like, you know, obviously I'm talking about it, but it's different when you're in the moment and living it, you know. If I like I'm with him, then I'm with him, obviously, you know. But obviously if he's sleeping, it's like either my chance to rest, it's like my chance, like, you know, to actually like, you know, like be on my phone or like relax a little bit, or clean, you know, like I gotta mop, I gotta like broom, I got broom, mop, wash dishes, like put all his, like, you know, wash his bottles, put all his bottles away, like, you know, do all this, do all this. So it's just, you know, it does get hard some days, but like in the end it's like worth it, you know. Even before like everything happened, I would obviously, like, you know, there would be moments where I'm like, I don't really know if I want this, right? Like, but also it's like I want to keep my family together, but like I don't know if I could do it alone, you know. But it's crazy because I could, like, I know my family helps me and everything, but like, you know, at the end of the day I was just worried that like I wouldn't be able to do anything, or like, you know, like literally, like I don't know how my life would be. But it's like, you know, life doesn't stop when you become a single mom, you know, like it just keeps on going. And like I feel like it makes you even like stronger and like just like become like even like better than you were before, you know, because it's like your baby just has you basically to rely on. And like it's crazy because like I feel like Camilo is like flourishing a lot more now, because like, you know, it's like he has all these people that love him, that like pay attention to him, that like give him the time that he deserves, you know. So yeah, it's just like it's hard, but I mean, I in the end of the day, I want, if his father does like, you know, ever decide to like, you know, visit him or like, you know, be there with him or hang out with him, you know, I hope he does, you know, because, you know, that's his son. But obviously, like, we'll see what happens. I'm just happy that I have Camilo, and like he gives me that push, you know, to really make me be a better like mom, you know, better person, better human being. So as I'm looking through like this footage, you know, and like editing and everything, I also just want to add that, you know, it's crazy ever since also just like, you know, the breakup and like being a single mom, like just me, you know, obviously just being the primary caretaker of Camilo, and like the only parent that's like living with him and being with him on a daily, like day-to-day basis. It's insane because I'm actually like, you know, doing a lot, as I've mentioned before, right? But it's like I'm actually like making like time to go out with him and like being like, okay, like I feel even more confident now to be like going outside rather than as a family as before, because before it was like I think a little more like hectic, or I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just feel more secure, like, in myself as a mother, you know, to be like, yeah, I'm going to go take him to the park. Like, I could go alone. I could do all this stuff, you know. And then also, it's crazy. Nope. It's crazy because I, like, actually feel like, wait, no, I lost my train of thought. Whenever I'm with him now, you know, before I would crave so much, like, just pictures with my son, like off guard, or just like, you know, like like the father taking pictures of us or videos, you know, just because, literally just because he wanted to, you know, not like, oh, because it's a special event or a holiday or anything. It's, you know, it's just because like a random off guard something, you know. But that didn't really ever happen. It was like only I would always ask, you know. And it sucks because it's like I really wished it would have like he just would have wanted to do it, you know, just because he loved us in that way, you know, like, and he knows I love stuff like that, you know. But it sucks. I would always be the one taking pictures and filming like videos because it's like special moments, you know. It's like he's not gonna be the small ever, like, again. It so sucks and sad, but like he's gonna grow, he's gonna be like our age and everything, you know. So it's like really cool and special to have those moments. But yeah, it's just crazy because now it's like my mom takes a lot of pictures and videos of me, you know, my sisters, like, and then I also, like, you know, I always take pictures and videos there, you know. But it's just like cool to actually have moments with him. Like, I don't even have to ask, you know. Obviously sometimes I do ask here and there, but it's usually like they just know, you know, like, oh yeah, like, or like they don't even like, you know, they just like do it. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, they actually got a picture of us, like, you know, like when he's like 8-9 months, you know. Like, it's cool. it just sucks that it never like really happened before with his dad. And you know, it's like it's, I think another thing too that I did want to mention, I saw this TikTok like video, no, this TikToker video on TikTok, right? This creator, she's a single mom as well, and she's like, it's like the thing that no one really tells you or obviously prepares you, or like obviously being a single mom who chooses to be it, right? But like, or like, you know, it's not the life no one intends, right? Like unless they do, but you know, it's the majority doesn't really intend it. You go out in public, you know, if it's, you know, going to the mall, or just for an example, you know, you see the parents with their baby, or you see like, you know, two sisters, or you see like just like a family, right? And then it's just you guys, you know, like she was just sitting down with her baby and she's just like, you know, feeding him, but it's like, you know, it sucks. And it's like, I feel like I get that feeling kind of like, I think that's why I was like at first kind of terrified and embarrassed to go out like with him at first, because I was like, well, like even before when we were like together, I would usually just go out, you know, with my sisters or something, or even with my mom or something, and it'd be like, it kind of looks like we don't have like, or I'm not with the father, but obviously you could be like, oh, maybe he's working or something, right? And he was low-key most of the time, but also other times it was like he just didn't really want to be there with us, you know. It was like he would rather stay home and like play video games and smoke, you know. So it just sucks that like, you know, kind of the majority of the time, even when we were together, it was as if like if you were just walking down the street and you saw me like with Camilo, like you would be like, oh, she's probably a single mom, you know. Like it sucks. And now it's like, it's the reality of it, you know, like, and it sucks seeing like all these dads like that are with their kids, you know. And it's like, I wish I had that, or I wish, you know, at least Camilo had that. And then like even now, like I see my mom and my dad kiss, you know, in front of Camilo, and it's cute, and I'm like, it's cool that he could like, you know, grow up with them like a couple like figure. And then my sister, like, you know, they're here because of the fire and everything that's affecting their lives, but you know, they kiss each other or they hug, and then Camilo sees that, and I just wish, you know, that I had that for him, or that I could provide that for him. And it just sucks because I feel like I could, right? You know, I could have, but it would have been one like kind of fake, you know, with his dad, because I was just so hurt from everything. And I want real love, you know, him to look up to, like, oh, like, you know. And it's like, real love is the love I have for myself, you know. Like, I needed to get out of that situation, that relationship. It was like emotionally abusive relationship. I just couldn't, you know. But it sucks because like, I remember when, like, you know, the rare times that his father would actually like hold me or hug me in like a tenderly way would be like very rare, you know. And he would like kiss me in like a very sweet and endearing way in front of Camilo, and I'd just be like, I hope, you know, that he knows, or he at least remembers that, you know, like we did love each other at some point, you know, like truly, because, you know, he came out of that love obviously. But it's like, I'm happy that at least he has, you know, all of these different types of people in his life that he could look up and be like, oh yeah, this is like a nice like thing to have, you know, just like a special bond with someone. Obviously as he grows up, but you know, it's like, it's good to have that. But it just sucks, you know. I just sometimes feel like really empty, or like I failed him as a like mom, as a woman. But I want to be the best I can be for him, you know. But it's just, you know, sometimes it's just really hard. And I think, like, you know, I don't want anything to go bad, like, down the line with his father. I want everything to be, like, as smooth as possible, right? Like, I don't want to get the law involved or anything, you know. I want the best for Camilo in the end, you know. But it is hard, you know, like, being a single mom. But it's kind of cool at the same time. But obviously, you know, it's not what I wanted. I wanted my family together, but you know, and I still obviously will always have that hope of us being like reuniting somehow. But it is what it is for like the moment, you know, right now in my life. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there, you know, just in case. I don't know, because I follow a lot, like, you know, another thing is I'm a part of, like, this, like, I kind of recently joined this group on Facebook called Badass Single Moms. It's really cute and funny. But yeah, because I'm a part of these other groups, like, babies born, like, in March, April, May, something like that of 2024. So, you know, I'm like in a lot of, like, mom groups are also, like, you know, feeding babies, like, what to feed them and stuff, just so I could get more insight and, like, more, resources, you know, to help me as a mom, because I'm a first-time mom. And that's another video that's gonna come soon, first-time mom. But yeah, I was supposed to make that forever ago, but honestly, like, to be honest, ever since I found out that he was, like, literally cheating on me the entire time when Camila was 3 months, I kind of stopped posting. I just didn't have it in me, even, like, to vent or, like, anything, because it was just such a horrible time for me. But yeah, so there's just, like, a lot of women that are in literally my situation, like, a lot of moms that are in my situation, and it's just, you know, obviously it sucks, and, like, it's insane how all of it's usually, like, the men's fault, to be honest, but it, like, feels at least, like, a little bit, like, you know, okay, like, we're doing it as single moms, you know, like, we're gonna get through this, like, at the end of the day, it's for our baby, you know, for us, like, for ourselves, and then our baby's gonna thank us, you know, at the end, or, you know, hopefully. But obviously, who cares about the thinking? It's like, you know, you just do it because, like, the nace de ti, you know, like, it's from you, from within. But yeah, so thanks guys for watching.